So I got a message from a subscriber and he asked me for my opinions on interracial dating and having kids. And obviously, as a black guy who has done a lot of interracial dating in my own life and dating within my community, I feel like I'm very qualified for this. Really and truly, with all this dating and relationships, the end result is to find a partner who you can settle down with and have a family, right? And, when you're interracial dating, you have to understand that the potential for having a child with this person is a very real thing. A lot of times, you will find that interracial relationships will be black men with other races of women. I mean, now you are starting to see the rise of black women dating outside their race. And, I'm seeing a lot in London, but I'd say it's still predominantly black men dating outside their race, right? And when you date outside of your race, you realize that you're dating somebody else's culture. They grew up different to you, their background's different to you, their customs, their traditions are different to yours. You may want your child to be raised with your own culture. A lot of times guys are just thinking about, how the person looks, how they treat them personally, how they, making them feel good, etc., etc. But there's a lot more to, being in a serious relationship with somebody that could lead to children. If you are in an interracial union, you're going to have to raise your child with their culture as well, which could be counter to what you're trying to teach. Another aspect of this, interracial union where you're having children is that, if you live in a predominantly white country like the UK, right, the likelihood is that you're going to have a mixed race child, right? And there's a high probability that your child is going to go and couple up with another non-black person. There's a very high probability. What you notice out in the world is that a lot of mixed race people, they couple up with, like, let's say white people. It's a thing to really think about because, you as a black man, you might go and find yourself a white woman to be with and, you have a good relationship, etc., etc. You have a child with that woman. Now your child is mixed race. And then your child couples up with maybe another white person. I mean, your blackness, quote unquote, is gonna disappear. Like, it only takes a couple generations for your phenotype, your black ethnicity to kind of disappear. We see it all the time. In fact, a lot of people have said that in the future, most people are gonna be like mixed race, ambiguous looking, and that's just the thing. I think that a lot of black guys, they do a lot of interracial dating and they don't really think about it. And I've heard, like, one time I was on a YouTube channel by the name of Chezamain, and I always reference Chezamain because he said a very real thing, because he's got kids with a white woman and he came to that realization that, wow, like, the likelihood is that my kids are probably going to couple up with white people, because he lives in a region of the UK which is like very, very white, like way more than like London or other cities. And he was saying, yeah, he had to just come to that, realization. And, I don't think a lot of guys really think about it like that. They're just thinking about, the woman and how she treating him, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but there's more to it. Do you get what I'm saying? There's more to it if you're actually getting into a serious union with that person, like that is going to produce children down the line. Another guy that talked about this topic was the light-skinned dude from Shits and Gigs. And he made reference to this point that, in his family, a lot of people, they coupled up and done interracial. And he's making it a point that he's going to keep the blackness, because it's very easy for the blackness to disappear, if you keep mixing out and then coupling up with white people or coupling up with non-black people, and then, the blackness disappears. So I think that it's a very real topic, a very real thing to think about. And again, I just don't think that a lot of black guys really deep it. Like, they don't really think about it to its entirety. Again, this is not a video to discourage interracial dating or to encourage interracial dating. Again, me personally, I've been, you know, I've been scrutinized for doing interracial dating in my life. You know, a lot of people think I have a serious preference for white girls and stuff like that, which is not true. And I've always said it's not true. But for me personally, I think that, you know, I would want my children to look like me. And I've said that for years. For years, I've always said that, like, and so realistically, for me to achieve that, I would have to couple up with a woman that is either black or mixed race, or a woman that has a certain phenotype that would be closer to mine. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you decide to couple up with a woman that's completely the opposite end of the spectrum of phenotype, you know, then, you know, you're gonna have, you're not really sure, you can't really be sure what's going to happen. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So I think it's just something to think about. Again, this is not to discourage or to tell you lot what to do with your DNA. I'm just stating the facts so that, like, a lot of you guys don't go into it blind, and then, you know, you come to this realization like Chizamain did. You come to this realization down the line that my ethnicity in the mix may get somewhat diluted or disappear. Do you get what I'm saying? So again, it's something to think about. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about it. And also make sure you hit the like button. Very, very important that you do that. Always like the video. It's very important. It helps with the video and the channel in the YouTube algorithm. And last but not least, make sure you go to my website and cop some of the Let's Go merchandise, www.letsgonow.shop. Make sure you go check it out. Take a look around. Shipping is worldwide to every country. Anyway, with that being said, it's been a pleasure talking to you lot. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Like the video.